All right, team, welcome back to another History of Tomorrow and 14 Points Daily. Once again, we're going to do philosophy and Planck. All right, let's see how long I can last. All right, good. So let's begin. Our topic today is a very poorly appreciated one. It has to do with the nature of historical facts and what the status of historical facts is. A lot of people think that when you study history, especially those who are inclined to philosophy, they view history as kind of a laboratory, and they think that when you summon a historical fact in order to, work through some sort of philosophical question or problem, that what you're doing is you're concretizing. And that may be in the context in question. But the tricky thing is that all historical facts are in fact abstractions. So that's the angle that I want to take today on philosophy and Planck, is I want to talk about the epistemology, that aspect of the study of history. Because when you are learning, it doesn't matter what event, what period, and certainly what period, but no matter how concrete the event in question is. And so let's just go ahead and pick the cardinal anchor fact of history today, which is the issuance of the Declaration of Independence on the 4th of July, 1776. Now think about the reality of that and what it represents in one's thinking. That is not a fact. Not in the sense of a concrete thing that is perceptible. Our awareness of the issuance of the Declaration of Independence is entirely indirect. The fact of the Declaration, okay, you can actually go to the Library of Congress and you can look at it. But the fact that it's a document from July 4th, 1776, that fact is abstract. And the role that it plays in history is entirely abstract, right? So, in other words, as we encounter historical facts, the process of handling those is, unbeknownst to most people, the same as it is for handling other abstractions. You have to integrate with other facts that you encounter, and ultimately you have to reduce your understanding of that thing. That's probably not the right term in this context, but when it comes to concepts, a lot of people think of concretization and reduction as the acts that you have to perform in order to validate something. And there's something similar there in history, although I haven't named it yet. And that amounts to bringing our awareness of something to the perceptual level. Because ultimately, to validate something, you have to be able to see it, right? And you have to be able to take the complexity and abstractness of it and bring it back to the perceptible level. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of Planck and finish this because I'm having trouble focusing. Yeah, so anyway, now that I'm all relaxed, one way to think about this is, of course, what is the perceptual level, right? The base of all knowledge. Clearly, it's the present, right? When we're talking about historical cognition, the present is that which we perceive. And anything removed from that requires a process of abstraction. Historical cognition involves its own unique challenges in terms of what it is we're able to ponder and intellectually engage with. But the problem that arises for most people, of course, is that what they are learning is abstractions, and they don't know the base of those abstractions and therefore can't validate them. So most people end up rote memorizing historical events, and they end up with something that's, strangely, because they think it's so concrete, is actually one just giant set of floating abstractions. They don't actually have knowledge, and that knowledge doesn't empower them. So check out the history of now, the history of tomorrow, and it might give you a new angle on thinking about the nature of historical facts and the reality that is the need for abstraction at literally every level of historical cognition. All right, thanks. Bye for now.